Hello students, welcome to the today's session of Data Interpretation Workshop 9 for TISSNET 2020-23. Am I audible to all of you? Students, let me know. Is my voice clear to all so that we can kickstart with the session? Hello students, welcome to the today's session of Data Interpretation. So this session is going to be very important as the exam is very near and we are going to learn some concepts. We'll just simply revise them. We'll look into the past questions and learn some short tricks how to solve them, and then we'll look into certain different types of questions. So very good afternoon to all of you, and I hope this session will prove very important to you and useful. Now we have various preparation level courses available with us in the form of ebooks, mock test, whether it is full length or sectional, the different types of courses at the sectional level, and also the turbo course. We have also launched the batches for 2024 and 2025. So without wasting any further time, let's move quickly into the question part. So this first question we have taken from TISSNET 2022. Now the chart is given over here in the tabular form. The instruction says please answer the following 3 questions based on the data given and the notes below. Okay, so this table is regarding the survey results of various modes of travel. Fine. So various modes of travel is given to us. It is by walking, by bus, by car, or by cycle, and number of persons given here who prefer that respective mode. 55 persons walk, 35 go by bus, 18 by car, and 72 by cycle. Now what is the notes given here? 1 in 8 of the people who cycled to work were found to be over 65 years of age. Okay, 1 in 8, that means 1 by 8. 1 by 8 who cycled for work were over 65 years of age. That means how many cycled? 72 persons cycled. So out of that, 1/8 of that 72 were over 65 years. Okay, so how much what is the figure? 8 ones and 8 nines are, so that is 9. So 9 persons were over 65 years who cycled to work. Now the second notes is saying 1 in 3 of the cyclists stated that they traveled to work by bus on rainy days. Okay, what is the meaning of this? Let's try to derive the meaning. 1 in 3, that means 1 out of 3, that means 1/3. 1/3 of the cyclists, what they stated, that in rainy days they preferred to travel by bus to the work. So 1/3 during rainy days, they are saying it is 1/3 cyclists are 72. So that will be 3 ones and 3 twos and 3 fours. So on rainy days 24 persons traveled by bus. Who? The cyclist. Okay. So these two informations we are getting from these two notes A and B. Okay. So 9 persons were over 65 years of age who cycled, and 24 of those who cycled traveled by bus during the rainy days. Okay, so this is the two pieces of information. With this information, now let's try to focus on the question. Fine. So on rainy days, the ratio of people who went by bus and cycle is approximately. Okay, so they are asking us the ratio of the people who went by bus and cycle. That means this will be the ratio. Now how many people went by bus? Now we know by bus already it is 35 plus during rainy days some persons will be there from the cycling persons also, they also travel during the rainy days by bus. And how many? It is 24, we know it is 24, just we find out, so that is 24. So these many people, 35 plus 24, they traveled by bus during rainy days. And by cycle, then how many are remaining? So remaining is 72 minus 24, they traveled by cycle. Okay, so that will be 59 by, this will be 48, 59 by 48. So the ratio is basically 59 by 48, but here we are giving is to 1, is to 0.9, is to 1, is to 1. Okay, so the three ratios are given in form of is to 1. If I try to convert this into 59 divided by 48 and whole thing divided by 1, so that will get converted into is to 1. So let's see if that works, otherwise 0.9 is also there with us. So 48, this is 59 divided by, this is 48, or if I do it like 59 by 48, so 48 ones are 48, then this will be point, then 49 will be 2s are 96, and then it goes like 5 and still move on. Okay, approximately we are getting, approximately we can say we are getting 1.25 divided by 1. That means the approximate ratio is 1.25 is to 1. 1.25 is to 1. That is the ratio. So option D is the answer here. Option D. Yes. Now let's move on to the next question. Yes, it is based on the same table. Now what is the share? What is the share of respondents who cycled to work and were 65 years old? Who cycled to work and were 65 years old. Okay, so those who cycled to work and were 65 years old, we know that we have found out that number was, yeah, that number was 9. There were 9 such persons who cycled to work and were over 65 years of age. So those persons were 9, we know those persons were 9. So what is the share? Share means they are asking fraction. Share means they are asking fraction. So 9 out of the total persons. Now total, how many total is how many persons are? This is 55. So 5, then 8, this is 10, 15, 16, 17 and 18. So total is 180. Yes. So out of total is 180. So share means they are asking for fraction, that is 9 out of 180. What is that share? So 9 out of 180, that is 9 ones are and 9 20s are. So 1 by 20, 1 by 20. So that will be again into 5 and into 5. So that will give us 5 divided by 100. So that means 0.05. So fraction is 1 by 20, but the options are given in terms of decimal, hence in decimal it will be 0.05. Option C will be the answer here. Option C will be the answer. Yes. Now let's move on to the next one. Yes, now again this question, if this data is presented in pie chart, okay, if this data is presented in pie chart means the circular format, and the circle is divided into different sections, then how many degrees of arc in the pie chart represent each response in the survey results? Okay, so each response will represent how many degrees? Each response will represent how many degrees? So for that, first we need to find how many total responses are there from the survey results. So these are number, nothing but the responses. 55 responses were in favor of walking, 35 responses were in favor of bus, and all these things. So total responses How many total responses are there? We know we added this up just now, so it came out to be 180. So total responses are 180. Now how many degrees for each response? So we know that the circle, total angular displacement of circle is 360 degree. If total responses are 180 degree, that means we need to divide this circle into total 180 parts, and that each part they are asking that each part will be of how many degree. So if total circle that belongs to 360 degree, so 180 responses will be how much? Naturally it will be 360 by 180, that means 2 degree. If there are 180 responses, so each response will be of 360 degree. If there are 180 responses, that means you can do it this way also. Total 180 responses, it will be easier for you to understand this. If there are total 180 responses, so 180 responses corresponds to 360 degree. So therefore one response will correspond to 360 by 180, that is 2 degree. So each response will correspond to 2 degree, that is option D. Option D will be the answer here. Yes, all are correct. Okay, now let's move on to this example. Again, this question is from TISSNET 2022. So the table below shows the data on government expenditure on insurance scheme, okay, total expenditure and state's own expenditure on health and family welfare. Okay, now we need to read the table carefully and answer the question. Fine. Now this table explains the central government expenditure on insurance, then total expenditure on health and family welfare, along with that state's own expenditure on health and family welfare. Fine. So these three tabular information is given to us here for various states, for various years, for various financial years, Okay, now let's move on to the question part. So yes, on the basis of the same table, now what question they have put up here? In which year central government expenditure on the insurance scheme, okay, they are talking about this expenditure on the insurance scheme, as a percentage of total expenditure on health and family welfare was highest. Okay, so they are asking percentage of this expenditure, and when was this percentage of expenditure as compared to this total expenditure when was this highest? So to find when was this highest, what we need to do? We need to find percentage for each year. Now to find percentage of each year, if I consider the first figure for the year 2010 and 11, so how do I find the percentage? The simple thing is, I can find the percentage like 670 divided by 4882 into 100. So that will be basically 67020 put ahead divided by 4882. Now this figure is huge. Now since I have to find the percentage, so instead of considering this much huge value, if I do consider here the approximate value, so that will reduce my calculations to the much greater extent. So what will I do here? I will simply try to reduce this simply by dividing it by 1000. So simply if I divide this by 1000, so after reduction what I get, it becomes 67, and this becomes divided by, it becomes 4.8 So approximately I can just take it as 5. Approximately I can consider this as 5. So what answer I'll get here? I just need the approximate values. So 5 ones are 5, 13s are 65. So 13.65, then this will be 2, 5, approximate 13.4. So this percentage value I am getting approximate as 13.4. Okay. So this is 13.4% approximately. Now similarly, this value will be 32700 divided by 4920. Okay, so again if I divide it by 1000, so that will become approximately 32.7. so I can take approximately 33 and this becomes 4.9, so approximately 5. So then I divide it by 6, so it will, this percent will comes out to be 5 6 are 30.56. so approximately this percentage will come as 6.6%. Yes. Then for the next two values, if I directly take for the third value, it will be 75,000 divided by 5852. So again that will be approximately 75 divided by, this will be 5.8, and approximately it will be 6. So that value will be 6 ones are 6, 6 twos are 12, 6 5 12, then 13, then 6 5s, approximately it is 12.5%. Now this value will be, if I directly try to put it out, this will be 73900, that means 73.9. this will be 73.9, that means 74 divided by, this will be 74 divided by 7, 74 divided by 7. So clearly it will be 7 tens are 7 fours are, so clearly it is approximately 10.4%. Again this will be 75.8, so say it is 76 divided by 7.5. if I consider it as 7 only, so it is again giving me some 10 point something percent, 10 point say 6 approximately. I am going for approximate values. This will give me 95.3, so consider it as 95 divided by, this will be 8. So 95 divided by 8, 11s are 88, so that will be 11 point, that will be 11 8s are 88, and that will be 4, like, yeah, approximately, just I am considering the approximate values, and this will be 92.8, so 93 approximately, and this is 8.7, so approximately 9. So 93 by 9, this will be 9 tens are 90 and 9 threes are 27, so approximately 10.3. Yes, so I have found the various percentage. So yeah, we can go with that also. You can just clear the options also. Just look at the options: 13 14 10 13 14 10 11 16 17 and 12 13. You can look for that option also, Sheikh. But what is the problem over there? You will never know what are the other values, whether other values are greater than those 4 values or lesser than those 4 values. How can you come to know that? If you are focusing on only these 4 values in the given options, you will never know whether the other values will be greater than these 4 values or higher than these 4 values. That's why you can't just depend on finding these 4 values and leave the rest. You have to solve all the values. Only then you can get to know that which is having the highest percentage value. Yes. So then clearly here we can see that the highest percentage is nothing but 13.4. So that is option B. So that year was 10-11. During the year 2010-11, that percentage was highest. Central government expenditure on insurance scheme in the form of percentage was highest, 13.4% approximately. Yes. Okay, fine. Yeah, that is fine enough score, John. Fine enough score, that is. You don't need to worry about that numbers at this instant of time. Just focus on revising your things and keep your mind cool at this time. Okay, don't worry about the numbers. Okay, now let's move on this one. Now this question belongs to TISSNET 2021. Fine. So the following table presents purpose-wise total balances, that means overdues of primary agricultural credit societies of some selected states of India. Okay, we need to answer the question based on this table. So this is overdues remaining of various states in which sector? Agricultural overdues, non-agricultural overdues and other overdues. So these are the overdues which are remaining in various states. Okay, now on the basis of this, what is the question? Let's see. The question is asking which of the given statements is incorrect. Which of the given statement is incorrect? That means 3 will be correct, 3 will be correct and 1 will be incorrect. So we need to focus on all the 4 statements. Now let's try to read the statement and what information they are providing there, so we'll work accordingly. Now Gujarat has second highest average overdue. Okay, they are talking about average overdue. In the second, the average overdue of Karnataka is less than the average overdue. Okay, here also they are talking about average overdue. In third, average overdue is highest in Kerala. Okay, fourth, average overdue in Karnataka is less than average overdue of Telangana. Okay, in all the 4 statements, as you can see, they are talking about simply one thing, that is average overdue. Average overdue. Now to find average overdue, we know the formula for average, that is sum upon total numbers. Sum upon total numbers. Now here this total number will be, if I try to find the average of this Gujarat, so that will be nothing but sum upon total numbers, that is 3, agricultural plus non-agricultural plus others, that means 3. So this 3 value, this n will be constant, this n that is value 3 will be constant in finding the averages of all the 3. Only the sum will differ, only the sum will differ. So instead of to find average, I simply need to find the sum. Instead of comparing the average, if I simply compare the sum, still I can get the same answer, because the value of n is constant in all the cases of states. So that's why I will not find the average of every state, I will find the sum of all the states. Okay, that will simplify my things and will help me to reach the answer quickly. Now again, in finding the sum, what I will do, I will not find the complete sum, I will find the reduced form of sum. What I will do, I will simply reduce this value by dividing every value by 10,000. Dividing every value by 10,000. So the sum which I will get will be the reduced form, and since I am dividing every value by 10,000, so naturally I will get the equivalent comparison. So if I divide this Gujarat agricultural balance or overdue by 10,000, so this is 32.4, this is 0.4, this will be 1.3. I'll find for everything, every state, this will be 4.5, this is 3.1, this is 7, this will be 0.7, 0.7, this will be. I'll go for the approximate values. This will be 0.7, because that will take care of my comparison. This will be 148, just approximate values. This is 10, this will be 103. No, this will not be 148. This will simply be 14.8. 14.8. This will be 103. This will be 550 approximately. I can remove this also just for the sake of comparison. If you want to make it again simple. So this will be 15. This will be 1.2, means simply 1. This is this will be 0.5. And this Telangana will be 3.8, this will be 0.1, and this will be 0.2. Okay, so approximate sum, but in the reduced form will be 32, and this will be 33 over here, 32, 33, and then it will be 4, 8 and 10, 11. Okay, so what is the total sum I am getting over here? So 32, 33, 4, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that will be 34.1 approximate sum. In the second case, 4, then 7, then 8, then 8.3. This sum I am getting as 8.3. Okay. Now about Kerala, this is 50, 60, 67. So this sum is 167 approximately. Now about this is 15, 16, and this is approximately 16.5 for Madhya Pradesh, and for Telangana it is 3.8, this is 4, 4.1, approximate 4.1. So if I compare simply these values, if you look here, these value represents the comparative values. Now Gujarat has second highest overdue. Who has second highest overdue? Now see, Gujarat is having second highest overdue. The highest overdue is Kerala. Kerala is first, and yes, Gujarat is second. So clearly Gujarat is second. Yes, this statement is correct. Now the average overdue of Karnataka is less than average overdue of Madhya Pradesh. Karnataka is having 8.3 average overdue, and Madhya Pradesh is having 16.5. So yes, Karnataka is having less overdue than Madhya Pradesh. Second sentence is also correct. Third statement, average overdue is highest in Kerala among the selected states. In Kerala, yes, Kerala is at the first place among overdue at approximate 167. So yes, Kerala is highest in overdue. This is correct. And now the last one, average overdue of Karnataka is less than average overdue of Telangana. Now you see, Karnataka is 8.3 and Telangana is 4.1. So no, Karnataka average overdue cannot be less, because the approximate sum is greater, hence Karnataka's average overdue will also be greater. So if they are saying this is less, this statement is clearly incorrect. Hence our answer will be option D. Option D will be the answer. Why will average be 1 in every state? Average will not be 1. Average will not be same in every state. See, if sum is different, if sum is different, then naturally this will be 34.1 divided by 3. Karnataka will be 8.3 divided by 3. Kerala will be 167 divided by 3. I am saying this value of n will be same, because we have only total 3 sectors only, no? Agricultural, non-agricultural and others. So divide by 3 will be same, hence we can clearly neglect that and go for the approximate sum to find the correct answer. That will be the shortcut trick you will adopt in such type of questions. I hope this thing is clear to all of you. Let's move ahead now. Yeah, now in the same chart, in which state the ratio of agricultural to non-agricultural overdues the highest? So they are asking for the ratio, and they are asking the ratio is highest in which state. So again for the ratio, what we'll do, to take the ratio again we can go for the approximate values. Just in the earlier case, if we had divided them by 10,000, so simply going by that case, we had our previous values with us. This is 32.4 and 0.4. So this will be 32 and this is 0.4. 0.49 approximate, I can take it as 0.5. Then this will be 4.5 and 3.1. Approximately I can take 4.5 and 3. Approximately 4.5 and 3. Okay. So this was 14 and 103. Okay, so I can take approximately 14. it is 14.8 it was, so I can take approximately 14, and this I can take approximately 100. So can no Millie, average is not constant beta, average will be different. I said the value of n will be constant. Value of n will be constant, average will not be constant. How can average be constant? Because sum will be different, so naturally average must be different. Yeah, so Madhya Pradesh was 15 and this was 1.2. So yeah, I can take 15 and 1 here. I can take for the approximate values 15.5. So 15 and this is 1.2. So this I can take as 1. Okay. Then for Telangana, it was 3.8, so I can take approximately 4, and this is 0.19, so 0.2. So 4 and 0.2 I can take. Yeah, 4 approximately and 0.2 approximately. Okay, so I need to find the ratio. This ratio will be 32 by 0.5, that means 32 into 1 by 2, that means 32 into 2, that will be approximately 64. This second ratio will be 4.5 divided by 3, that will be approximately 1.5. This is 15 by 100, so this ratio will be 15 by 100 will be approximately 0.15. Okay, now ratio for Madhya Pradesh will be approximately 15 by 1, that will be approximately 15, and the ratio for Telangana, that is 4.4 by 0.2, that means it is 1 by 5, that means this is 4 into 5, that means approximately 20. Okay, so now the question is being asked, for which state the ratio is highest? Is for which state the ratio is highest? Clearly we can see for Gujarat it is 64. Clearly for Gujarat the ratio is highest, so option C will be the answer. Option C. Yeah, clearly option C is the answer over here. So I hope it is clear to all of you. Yeah, now let's focus on this question again. Now this question belongs to TISSNET 2018. TISSNET 2018. Yes, option C was the answer. It is clear to all of you. The following table gives the percentage distribution of population of 5 states, namely P, Q, R, S and T, on the basis of poverty line and gender. Okay, fine. Okay, so this is percentage of population below poverty line. That means this is below poverty line percentage, BPL percentage we can say. Okay. If the male population above poverty line for state R is 1.9 million, then total population of state R is, okay, fine. So with this, what they have given, the information they have given is male population above poverty line, not all male population. Male population will be divided into 2 types, that is male population below poverty line and male population above poverty line. So male population above poverty line for state R, they have given as 1.9 million. So the question which they have asked is, if that is the case, then what is the total population of state R? Total population of state R. Okay, now let's say total population, we indicate it by T. Total population of state R, they are asking. Total population indicated by T. Fine. So if we need to find total population of state T, state R, then we must find what is the APL percentage. Fine. Now you see here, this is the proportion of male and female, and this is above poverty line. In above poverty line, we need to focus on these values. State R is 24% BPL, 1:2 BPL and 2:4 APL. Now, since our question is related to above poverty line, so we need to focus on the information with respect to above poverty line. So in above poverty line, you see the BPL percentage here with respect to state R is 24. So naturally, with respect to state R, APL percentage will be naturally 100 minus 24, so that will be 76%. So for state R, 76% is the APL percent. That means 76% of total percent of state R, total percent of state R, that is TR I can say. This much percent is APL percent, this much percent is APL. Out of that, how much is the male percent? Male percent, now this above poverty line, male to female ratio is given, that is 2:3, 2:3. So that male fraction will be 2 upon 2 plus 3. That means that male fraction will be 2 by 5. Male fraction will be 2 by 5. So in that above poverty line, that male fraction will be 2/5. So 2/5 of that 76%. 2/5 of that 76% will be, this much will be the male APL, but this male APL value is given as 1.9 million. So this is your equation. ये आपका इक्वेशन हो जाएगा. यहाँ से आपको total population of state R यहाँ से clearly मिल जाएगा. So now it is simply easy for us to solve this. Okay, so now this will be 76%, so this will be 1.9 is equal to 2 by 5 into 76 upon 100 into total percent of state R. So if I solve that here, that will be into 100 to this side, so that will be 190 into 5 into 2 into 76 into 2 into 76 into this will be equal to here into total population of state R. Okay, fine, then this will be, or simply I can just put it in one form only, so that it would be easy for us to solve. So this will be 2 into 76. Okay, so now this will be 19 tenza and 19 forza. So this will be 2 ones and 2 fives. So 25 upon 4, 25 upon 4. So that will be the total population in million. So that will be 4 6 are 24.1, 4 2s are 8, 4 2s are 8, and then 4 8 plus 2, then 4 5s are 20. Yes, that will be the total population of state R. 6.2 unit is million, 6.25 million. So yes, option A will be the answer here. Yes, all are correct. 6.25 million will be the answer. I hope it is clear to all of you. Yes, all are correct, Now let's move ahead. Yeah, now again this question belongs to TISSNET 2018. So from the data given in the table, you have to identify which of the following two statements is true. Fine. Now we need to select from the given options A, B, C, D. Let's see. If only one is true, both are true, or both are false. Now, the first information, they are saying that average annual temperature for the year 2011 are more than average annual temperature for the year 2013. And second, they are saying average annual temperature for the year 2010 are more than average annual temperature for the year 2012. So basically what they are doing, they are finding the average of each year. So as we know, in all the cases, average will simply be the sum divided by n, but n will be 4 in all the cases, which will be constant. So we can clearly neglect 4, and just to compare, because simply there is a comparison of the average values, so average will be clearly in direct proportion with the sum. So instead of finding average, if we simply find the sum, that will also give us the comparative values. So what I will do, I'll simply find the sum and then compare, instead of finding the average and wasting the time. Now, so this will be 3, 6, 7, 8, and this 9, and this will be 98. So sum in this case will be 98. This will be 3, 6, 8, 9, and this will be 94. Okay, this is 3, 3, 6, 8, 9, then 10 and 104. Okay, and the last one 3, 6, 8, 9, then 10, and again same value 104. Okay, so now what there are for the first case, if you try to look into 2011, they are saying for 2011 it is more than the annual temperature of 2013, but 2011 it is 94, and for 13 it is 104. So which is not true, which is not true. So the first statement is incorrect. First statement is incorrect. The second statement, annual average temperature of 2010 is more than annual average temperature of 2012. Okay, now what is for 2010? It is 98, and 2012 it is 104. So again this is not true. This is not true. So even the second statement is also not true. So clearly the answer will be option D. Both the statements are false. Yes, both the statements are false. Option D will be the answer. I hope it is clear to all of you. Okay, let's move on to the next example after this. Yeah. Now again this question belongs to TISSNET 2018. Now here the line graph is given, which shows the percentage of number of candidates who qualified in an examination out of total number of candidates who appeared for the examination over a period of 7 years. 7 years from 1994 to 2000. You need to answer the questions based on this. Okay, fine. So these are the percentage given. In 1994, 30% students passed. 1995, 50% students qualified. 1996, 60%. 1997, 50%. Then 1998, 80% of the students qualified. 1999, again 80%, and 1990 it is in 2000, 60% of the students qualified. Fine. Okay, now on the basis of this we need to answer the questions. Fine, so let me put up the relation here. If I try to just connect this. Okay, so these percentage belongs to these respective years. Fine. Now what's the question here? The percentage of candidates who qualified in the examination increased between 1994 and 1997, as well as between 1995 and 2000. Okay, so qualified students passing, the qualified students increase between these 2 years. Out of these 2 time periods, in which period was the percentage increase of the qualification of candidates was maximum? Percentage increase in the qualification of candidates maximum. So this is also percentage increase, and this is also percentage increase here. So they are saying which percentage increase is maximum. So let's see the first case, the 1994 to 97. 94 to 97, 94 is here, that is 30, and 97 is here, that is 50. So 30 to 50, this will be clearly 50 minus 30, that means this is 20% increase. This is clearly 20% increase for this time period, 1994 to 1997. Second period is 1995 to 2000. Now from 1995 to 2000, the 95 value is, this is 50, this is 50, and 2000 is 60. So clearly this increase is naturally 60 minus 50, that will be 10% increase. So here it is 10% increase, and the earlier case it is 20% increase. So clearly the increase is maximum during the time period 1994 to 1997. That means option D. Option D will be the clear answer here. Yes, option D will be our clear answer. I hope it is clear to all of you. Let's move ahead now. The next question based on the same line graph. Now, if the number of candidates, the question says here, if the number of candidates that qualified in 1998 was 21,200, okay, that means in this year, then what was the number of candidates that appeared in 1998? That means they are asking for, in 1998, total appeared candidates is what? Qualified is 21200. Okay, so let's find, this is the percentage of qualified candidates, qualified percentage. In 1998, how many percent students qualified? 80% students qualified, and that 80% students qualified, and that 80% is given as 21200. So naturally 80% will corresponds to 21200. And what will be the total appeared then? Total appeared will be nothing but 100%. Total appeared will be nothing but 100% naturally. So if I try to find 10% out of this, 10% of this, clearly I need to divide this by 8 and this by 8 too. So then I'll get 10% of this. So clearly this will be 8 2s are 16. Then this is 5, 8, 6 are 48, and then 4, 8, 5 are 40, and 0. Yes, so 10% will be 2650. So naturally 100%, which will be the required answer, will be 2650, one more 0. That's it. So 26,500 will be the number of candidates which appeared in the year 1998. Option C will be the clear answer here. Yes, option C. Okay, let's move on to the next example now. Yes. Now again, this question is from TISSNET 2018. Now this is the bar chart. The following bar chart shows education level of men in village X. Okay. Now to answer the questions based on this bar chart, fine. Now let's look into the question. Okay. The question asks here, if the number of literate men is 1200, then what is the number of men who have attained secondary level education? Fine. Now this is given, literate men is given as 1200, and they are asking what is the number of the men who have attained secondary education. Okay. So we know that literate men is 75%, which is given as 1200. So clearly 75% indicates 1200. So we know secondary education is 35%. So 35% will give us the value of the secondary level education men. Okay. Now, so I need to divide this to find 1%. I'll find 1%. So 1% will be 1200 divided by 75. So if I try to divide this 75 ones are, and then that will be 2 is 150, then 300, and then 6, 3, 6. Yeah, it will be 16. So 1% will be 16. And so secondary level education, how much percentage that is? That is 35%. 35%. So if 1% is 16, naturally 35% will be 16 into 35. That will be my final answer. So yes, 16 5 will be that will be 80, and 16 3s that will be 48 plus 8, that will be 56. Yes. So 560 will be the number of men who have attained secondary level education. Option A will be the answer here. Option A. Yes. Clear. 560 will be the clear answer. I hope this example is clear to you. Now let's move on to the next example based on the same bar chart. Okay. Now, what is the question asking here? If the population ratio, that is the proportion of men and women in village X is 10:8 and female literacy is 60%, then estimate the number of literate women in village X if the total number of males are 1600. Okay, fine. So much more information is given here. Let's tackle the information one by one. Okay, so let's first see what they are asking. They are asking the number of literate women. They are asking us the number of literate women. Okay, so literate women, the number of literate women they are asking us. Fine. And what is given? The population ratio of men and women is given to us. Okay, the population ratio of men and women is given to us 10:8. 10:8. Okay, so this is population ratio 10:8. I can reduce this as 5:4. Okay, so 10:8 has been reduced to 5:4. Now they have given total number of males 1600. That means this value of male they have given as 1600. So now here this 5 units and this is 4 units. So the value of this 5 unit they have given. So what is the value of 5 units? 5 units they have given as 1600. So naturally 1 unit will be 1600 divided by 5. So that will be 5 ones are and 5 threes are 15, 5 twos are 10 and 320. So 1 unit is 320. So naturally women are, we can find the number of women. Women are nothing, women are nothing but 4 units. So 4 units, that means women will be 4 into 320. 4 into 320. So that will be, this will be 0, 4 2s are 8 and 4 3s are 12. Yes. So the number of women will be 1280. Number of women will be 1280. Okay. Now what we need to find? We need to find the literate women. Literate women. Okay. Now they have given here female literacy is 60%. Female literacy is 60%. So naturally literate women will be 60% of the total women. Literate women will be 60% of total women because female literacy is given as 60%. That means that will be 60 upon 100 into 1280. So these two will get cancelled out and this will be 6 into 128. So 6 into 128, that will be 6 8s are 48. That will be 12 6 72 and plus 4 76. Okay, so yeah, the number of literate women will be 768. That will be our final answer. Option C will be your clear answer here. Yes, correct. Yes, all of you are correct, those who have given option C as the answer. Let's move on to the next example now. Yeah, now again bar graph is presented here. Now this question belongs to TISSNET 2017. Okay, now the bar diagram given below shows the realization from exports. Realization means revenue, earning they are talking about, or you can say revenue from exports of product AB in $1 million during different years from year 1 to year 7. Okay, now for 7 years they have given revenue collection in exports of the product AB. Okay, so now the question asks us, what is the ratio of the absolute difference in exports in the year 3 and year 7 and year 2 and year 6? In between these 2 years, now what is the ratio of the absolute difference? That means they are asking for the ratio of absolute difference Absolute difference between which 2 years? In between year 3 and year 7 and year 2 and year 6. Now in year 3, yeah, what is the realization from product? So that is 30, and in year 7 that is 90. So that will be 90 minus 30, because they are asking for absolute value, no? And this will be 2 and 6. So 2 is 50 and 6 is 70. So that will be 70 minus 50. So it is nothing but 60 by 20. That is nothing but 3 by 1, which will be 3:1. So yes, option C is the clear answer here. Option C will be the clear answer. Now this was an easy sort of example. Yeah, now let's move on to this one. Again, this question belongs to TISSNET 2017. Okay, again this is bar chart. Now referring to the following bar diagram, which shows the plan outlay for transportations and communications expenses of a particular country ABC. Figures are in INR billion. Okay. Now these are the plan outlay. Plan outlay means we put 5 years plan, or 5 years plan are just implemented in the form of different budgets. So in that budgets, various outlays, that means how much money is going to expend on particular department, on particular category. So for transportation and communication, that plan expenses is given here. Now in budget, as far as budget is concerned, we have 2 types of estimate. One is budget estimate and another is revised estimates for the same year. See, here it is given for 2015 and 2016. Why different estimates? Because earlier we plan, while making the budget, we plan that this much will be the amount which we will spend, this much will be the amount, X will be the amount which we will spend. Now that they decide to spend, so that is known as budget estimates. But while actually spending the amount, sometimes the amount gets increased, so then they need to revise that estimate, and that next figure, which could be Y. Suppose 100 rupees they have given to spend, that is in the budget, so that will be known as budget estimate, but the cost increased and they needed to spend 110 rupees. So then 110 figure, that figure will be the revised estimate for that particular department expenditure. So these 2 values are provided over here. Now sometimes this value may increase and sometimes this value may decrease also. Sometimes 100 rupees was provided for expenditure, but only 90 rupees was sufficient and 10 rupees was saved. So that revised estimate may increase or decrease. Okay, so what is the question here? So this is budget estimate for 2015-16. The second is revised estimate for 15-16, and then budget estimate for next year 16-17. Okay, this blue line indicates transportation expenses, and this blue bar here, and this next bar indicates the communication expenses. Okay, now what is the question being asked here? Total revised estimates were less than budgeted estimates of 2015-16 for transportation and communication taken together by approximately. Okay, now they are asking revised estimates, total revised estimates for the year 2015-16. For the year 2015-16, total revised estimates means addition of these two. Addition of these two, that means it will be nothing but total revised estimates. That will be addition of these two, which will be, this is 13,000 and this is 11,000, so that will be 24,150. Okay, that is total. And total budgeted estimates for 2015-16 for both the departments, that will be addition of these two values. This is 15,000 and this is 13,000, so that will be 28,000 and remaining 350. Okay. So they are asking this revised estimates is less by what percent as compared to this budget estimates. So that we need to find the percent So that percent, required percent, will be nothing but the difference in between these two. So difference in between these two, that means 28,350 minus 24,150 divided by, they are comparing with this budgeted estimates, 28,350, and of course it is percentage, so it will be into 100. So that will be 4200 divided by 28,350 into 100. Okay, so this will get cancelled out. Now these things will be 28.354.2. They are asking for the approximate value, so I can go with the certain approximations here. If I try to put this calculation over here, so if they are talking about approximate values, so I can just divide them by 1000 and say I can take the value here 4.420 by 420 by 28, because I need to take the approximate value. So that will be 28, 1 and 28, this will be clearly 15. So approximate value will be clearly 15%. Yeah. So option A will be the clear answer here. Yeah. Option A. Yeah. I hope it is clear to all of you. Yeah. Now this question again belongs to TISSNET 2017. I need to study the following graph carefully and answer the question based on this. Okay, so this graph belongs to import and export of a country in $1 million. Okay, so these values are regarding the exports. Okay, that means this line is for export values and these lines are for the import values. Okay, so two different figures we are getting here. Fine. Now for how many years the value of exports in that particular year is higher than the average value of the exports for the year from 2000 to 2004. Okay, so they are asking for how many years the export was higher than the average value of all the years concerned. So since they are talking about exports, so for exports we need to figure, since these are exports indicated by blue bar, so the exports for all the years will be, this will be 6, 30, 36, then this will be 28, and then this will be 11. Okay, so these are the values. So to find the exports average for all the values, so that will be sum divided by n. So that means 6 plus 30 plus 36 plus 28 plus 11, whole thing divided by n, total numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So total for 5 years. So that will be 3, 3, 6, 3, 9 and then 10 and then 11. So 1, 1, 1 divided by 5. Okay. So if I divide it by 5, so that will be, this will be 5 2s are 10, 5 2s are 10, 1 point, then 5 2s are 10. Okay, so this is the average value. Average value is 22.2. Okay, now for how many years that value is higher than this export value? Now the year is 2001. So this is 30, then 2002, this is 36, and then it is 2003. Yeah, this is 11 and 6. So these three are lesser. But for these 3 years, 2001, 2002 and 2003, the values will be higher. So for 3 years, the value will be higher. That will be the answer. So option C will be your final answer here. Yes, I hope it is clear to all. Let's move ahead now. Yeah, and try to understand this question. Okay. Now again, when chart is given, table is given here. Now read the following table and to answer the questions. Now this table is about accounting information of two brands of company ABL. Okay, company ABL is having two brands. One is, the name of one brand is Brand Big and another brand name is Brand Boss. Okay, all the figures are in rupees, are in 00. That means in the multiple of 100. Okay, now for the 3 years they have given the accounting information 14, 15, 16 for the Brand Big, and for the same 3 years for the Brand Boss 2014, 15 and 16. Okay, now what are they asking here? What is the compounded annual growth rate? What is the compounded annual growth rate of sales revenue of Brand Boss? Okay, Brand Boss over the years from 2014 to 16. Okay, so they are asking about growth rate and compounded growth rate. That means we can take here the help of compound interest formula. And in terms of compound interest formula, they are asking us the rate of interest in terms of percent per annum. Percent per annum. That means growth rate from 2014 to 2016. That means this 2014 value, this will be nothing but principal P, and this value 2420 will be nothing but the final amount after 2 years A. And here the duration will be from 2014 to 15 and 15 to 16. So N will be 2, or that you can say T. N or T, it's one and the same thing. T is 2 years. Okay, so that formula for amount will be in terms of compound interest, that is P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to power T or N. It is one and the same thing. Now A is given as 2420. P is 2000, 1 plus R upon 100 raised to power 2, because comparison for 2 years, 14 to 15 and 15 to 16. Okay, so these will be, it will get reduced, and then this after dividing this 2, so this will be 1 to 1, and if 2 zeros appears here, so it will be 1 to 1. Okay, so this is 1.21 whole square. Now if I take the square root of both the sides, so I'll get root of 1.21 is nothing but 1.1, because 121 root is 11, so 1.21 root will be 1.1, that will be 1 plus R by 100. That means I'll get R by 100 as 1.1 minus 1, that will be 0.1, which will give me the value of R as 0.1 into 100, that is 10%. So the compounded annual growth rate will be 10%. Yes, option B will be the answer here. Option B. I hope it is clear to all of you. Yeah. Now let's move ahead with this. Now this is the pie chart showing here some information. Now given below is the chart showing the percentage quarterly change. Okay, this is showing percentage change, and how that change, they are changing quarterly change. So this is 4% change in this quarter, this is 3% change in this quarter, 4.5% change in this quarter, and 6% change in this quarter. Okay, in the sales of ball pens manufactured by the Write-Up Pens Company in the year 2015. Okay, fine. Now in the year 2015, and this quarterly percentage rate of pen of sales in 2016. Okay, the 2 years they are talking about, so you need to focus here. So they are talking about sales change, quarterly change in the sales. So 2015 sales and 2016 sales we need to focus upon. Okay, now this information is given about the sales of 2016. Okay, now pens manufactured in 2015. Okay, fine. Now let's try to understand the question. If the company had sold a total number of 10,000 ball pens during the period of October 2015 to December 2015, okay, during this 2015 period, October to December, this period sale is 10,000 ball pens. Okay, then it would have sold how many ball pens by June 2016? Okay, June 2016 means in 2016 the first quarter is after December. The first quarter will be Jan to March 2016. This is the first quarter, and after that the next quarter will be April to June. That will be the second quarter. So they are asking till June 2016 how many ball pens would have been sold. So we know here that from June to March, this is 4% change, and from April to June it is 3% change. Now change in sales, you need to understand the meaning of this. Any company will always strive to increase the sale. So here change means increase. Change means increase. So this is 4% increase and this is 3% increase. Now these are the successive values. These are the successive values. That means we need to find how much is this increase in terms of successive percentage. So if I use the formula of successive percentage, that will be 4 plus 3 plus 4 into 3 divided by 100. That means it will be 12 plus, that will be 7 plus 4 3s are 12 and 0.12. That means 7.12% increase. 7.12% increase. Increase in what? Increase in this 10,000. That much will be the increase. So how much is, now just you need to find clearly how much is 100%. How much is 100%? 100% is, now you can see clearly here, from this 10,000, 100% is 10,000. 100% is 10,000. So clearly 7.12%. 7.12% will be clearly 712. 7.12% will be clearly 712 because there is a factor of into 100. So here also the factor of into 100 will work. So 7.12%. So this much percent will be the increase. So that means we need to simply add these two. So that will be 10712. That will be the total number of sales by June 2016. Option D will be the answer here. Option D will be the clear answer here. So I hope these things are clear to you till this point, and you have understood all the concepts, all the tricks, all the shortcuts that we have considered in this workshop. This workshop will, we hope, will naturally help you in the forthcoming exam. So I would like to wish all of you all the best. Do well in your exam. Keep your cool. Already you have studied hard, so revise the things, maintain your discipline, maintain your cool, and this lecture will definitely help you in the data interpretation section. I hope everything and all of you have enjoyed everything in this lecture, and all of you have enjoyed this lecture. So with this we have come to the end of this workshop. So all the best to you for your forthcoming exam, and do well. Thank you so much for joining the session.